What's going on, everybody? I'm making this video for those of you guys who are wondering what's included in this online training that I'm offering. I'm gonna be going more into depth as to everything that's included in this online course. So starting off, what's included in this online training? This training includes lifetime access to the online course and future updates. It's gonna bring a complete S&P kit, including the machine, the needles, and the pigments, as well as 90 days of mentorship directly with me. And as well as that, you guys will be receiving a Master S&P certification. What's included in the kit? The kit brings the S&P machine, the same exact one that I use. It brings the S&P needles, the same exact needles that I use, the same S&P pigments that I use, and as well as some gloves for you guys. I was gonna have enough supplies for you guys to do, your first about 20 customers. What's included in the online course? So these are a few of the chapters that's included in the online course. Total is going to be a 17 chapter course, but a couple of the chapters are finding a location. I'm gonna help you guys, finding a spot, tools and equipment overview, hairline mapping. It's gonna have POV content of me completing S&P procedures, step-by-step techniques and patterns, hands-on assignments for you guys to get that muscle memory developed in your hands. It's gonna have marketing and paid advertisement to go over how to gain clients. I'm gonna teach you guys how to offer financing to your clients. That way you guys are able to close more deals, because a lot of times people aren't gonna want to spend $2,000 to $3,000 at a time on these procedures. So I'll go over helping you guys find them financing. And as well as that, you guys will have lifetime access to the course and future updates, like I mentioned. Here's some of the POV content that's included. Some more POV content here. Okay, then can S&P really be learned online? Absolutely. The way that I created this online course is meant to take you guys step by step through completing any S&P procedure. I understand this is a hands-on skill. That is exactly the purpose of the hands-on assignments included in this course. Rest assured, you will definitely get your reps in with these hands-on assignments. All work will be revised by me. So I'm gonna have you guys doing a ton of hands-on assignments. We're gonna be practicing on a honeydew melon, and that's pretty close to the size of a human head, and it takes the pigment, a lot close, very similar to the way human skin takes it. All your work is gonna be revised by me. So you guys are gonna be taking pictures of your work. You guys are gonna send that in. We can hop on a phone call and go over everything that you guys need to improve as you guys are training. So online versus in-person training. Most in-person trainings, if you guys have looked up yourselves, you guys will see that most of these trainings are 2 and 3 day in-person trainings. Some of them offer the online course to go alongside with it, some of them don't. But I'm here to tell you, S&P cannot be mastered with 2 or 3 days of hands-on training. The value provided in these trainings that they offer in person is the online course that they provide alongside with the training. As long as you guys are completing your hands-on assignments, you will develop the skill set required to perform any S&P procedure. I've been doing S&P myself for 7 years, guys. I know what it takes to learn this skill, and I made sure to include in this course plenty of hands-on assignments for you guys to develop the same skill set. So the only difference is I'm not going to be physically there with you guys, but it is a mentorship. So we are going to be doing phone calls. We'll hop on the phone. You guys are going to be sending in pictures of your work, and you guys are going to be having a ton of hands-on assignments to do. So that's going to be primarily how you guys get your reps and develop that muscle memory in your hand. What does the mentorship consist of? It's going to include weekly calls with me, Chino, master artist and founder of Master S&P. It's going to have revision on all of your hands-on assignments, step-by-step guidance to help you get your studio up and running. You will not be left alone on your journey after getting certified. This mentorship is meant to guide you to the point that you are consistently able to get clients. How long have I been in the industry? I've been doing S&P now for about 7 years. I have 12 years of experience as a master barber. Here's some of my work. I always tell people considering training, man, look at the work that your S&P artist provides that you are considering getting trained underneath. I feel like my work speaks for itself. If you could look at someone's work and you could say to yourself, like, wow, that work looks amazing, I want to learn how to do that, that's a good telltale sign for you guys to consider when looking for an S&P artist to train under. So who is this course for? Beginners with no prior S&P experience, entrepreneurs looking to create a new income stream for themselves, anybody who is looking for a change in their lives with a new career or a side hustle, helping people regain their confidence. So that's the dope thing about S&P, man. We can make great money in this industry, in this career, but man, you also are providing an immense amount of value to people's lives, man. You truly are helping people, doing something good for people. Is there really money in S&P? The S&P industry is in a unique spot that most other industries right now aren't. There's much more demand for S&P than the amount of artists out there. Low competition with high demand. It's like this in most cities across the United States. So any city you guys are in, I'll help you guys step by step, to take over your local market. This is what allows us to charge between $2K and $3K per client. That discrepancy of supply and demand is what lets us charge these premium prices, because in each city, it's only a handful of artists doing the work. A ton of people with the problem and not that much supply of artists providing a solution to the problem. This is what's gonna let you charge these high ticket prices. The amount of people dealing with hair loss is huge. Just think to yourself how many people out there are struggling with some kind of hair loss. Statistically speaking, 40% of the male population suffers from some kind of hair loss, and as well as a big percentage of the women population as well dealing with alopecia and things like that. The S&P market is one of the fastest growing markets. I have personally been able to earn $12,000 weeks doing 4 clients a week at $3,000 a client. You can start making money pretty quickly considering you don't have to build up a clientele. You can reach the point of doing a few clients a week fairly quickly. So with something comparing it to, like, for example, barbering, you have to build up your clientele before you're actually able to consistently make some good money. The thing with S&P, you can start with 0 clients, start marketing, start running ads, and then within a couple weeks already be doing 2, 3, 4 clients a week. It can be that quick. It could change your life, that fast. It could take off pretty fast for somebody. How much money can I make doing S&P? Okay, so I'm not here to sell anybody a dream. I know it's a lot of stigma with course sellers and things like that, people who sell courses, but I'm gonna just go over some facts for you guys. Market value for prices of S&P services right now around the US for a complete S&P job is between $2,000 and $3,000 a client. That's just market value, guys. That's not even charging above market value. That's market value. You guys can Google these numbers if you want to do your own research as well. Speaking conservatively, if you were to do 2 clients a month at $2,000 a client starting out, you'll be earning right out the gate $4,000 a month. That's doing the bare minimum. More established artists can see 4 to 5 clients a week, averaging 10 to 15K a week, or $40,000 to $60,000 a month. Like I said, I'm not here to sell anybody a dream. Obviously, those kind of numbers aren't typical at that high level to be earning between 40 and 60K a month. But it's nice to know that ceiling is up there. 20,000 to 25,000 months are much more realistic. Even part-time artists doing 1 client a week can earn between $8,000 and $12,000 a month, and that's doing it as a side hustle. That's 1 client a week, or if you average that out to the year, it'll be 96K to 144K a year doing it as a side hustle, guys. So it could be very great money, even doing it as a side hustle. You don't have to quit what you're doing already. You could do this on the side and make, some pretty good money for yourself. Is the training worth the investment? I'm gonna be 100% honest with you guys. When I first had the idea to create this course, I wanted the value of the course to drastically outweigh the price that I'm asking you guys. The course is priced at a price point to where you guys will be able to recoup your total investment with your first 1 or 2 clients. 0 down financing is available with monthly payments as low as $105 a month. So even, doing the 0 down financing, getting on an affordable payment plan, you guys can see how the course will more than pay for itself. You guys can pay off the course once you start earning from future S&P clients, once you guys start taking clients. Is the training worth the investment? When I went to barber school, a lot of you guys are gonna have barber backgrounds. A lot of you guys aren't. If you don't, that's perfectly fine. When I went to barber school, I went for 10 months of school and my tuition was $17,000. A lot of you guys have paid tuitions even higher than 17 grand and taken on debt to have a much lower earning potential compared to what S&P can provide. You will pay the price of this course one time and have an income generating skill for the rest of your life. So If you ask me, I think that's a pretty fair trade. There's no higher return on investment than investing in your own skill set, guys. I'm a firm believer in that skills pay the bills. You know, a skill set is something that no one can ever take away from you once you have gained it. Once you know how to do something, it's gonna be something that you could carry with you for the rest of your life. So I definitely feel like it's worth it. How long will it take to complete? This course is a finish at your own pace course. Some students will pick up the skill set faster than others. Starting from zero prior skill, putting in 2 hours a day towards this course, you can be ready to be taking clients in 60 days. The goal of this course is to get you to earning money as soon as possible. So I wanna help you guys get up and off the ground running as fast as possible. That being said, we're not gonna rush through your guys' training. I'm gonna make sure you guys have the skill set required so that you guys are comfortable when you're doing these S&P procedures and confident. But even then, the skill set can be acquired fairly quickly. Is S&P hard to learn? The art form of S&P is a fairly simple technique. You know, S&P is created using a dot work technique on the scalp. The main points of a proper S&P procedure is going to be hairline symmetry and smooth coverage. You know, so you guys are going to want to make sure that the hairline is balanced and symmetrical to the face. You don't want to have it leaning or higher or lower on one side. And then after that, it's going to be smooth coverage on the top. And then as well as we're going to be doing some fade work on the sides as well. When you take all this into consideration, comparing it, to example, to a tattoo artist, that level of artistry that tattoo artists are doing is much higher compared to what S&P artists will be doing. Like I said, we're going to be doing dot work and coverage. These guys are doing crazy portraits and faces and crazy, you know, pieces of art. We don't have to be on that level of artistry as tattoo artists, you know, and we can make a lot more money than they can consider. You know, I mean, those guys get money too, but the guys at the top charging those high ticket prices, those are the guys that are making most of the money. We could be making money just like those guys alongside with them, considering the price point we're going to be charging, you know. So taking all that into consideration, I would say it's fairly I don't want to use the word easy, but it's easier than being a tattoo artist per se, you know. So you don't have to be a Picasso, guys. So like I said, you don't have to be a master artistic person, super artistic. You guys just have to make sure everything's coming out symmetric, smooth, and provide consistent coverage to your clients, you know. So all that being said, that's pretty much wraps it up for this presentation. If you guys are interested, if you guys would like to proceed, man, I'm going to be offering the next 5 students who sign up with me 50% off. So the total price, full price right now for the course is $29.99. The next 5 students that sign up with me is $14.99. So you guys go ahead and lock in that crazy deal. Everything that I mentioned that will be included in the course is still going to be included. It's still going to bring your kit, still going to bring your mentorship with me, and it's still going to bring a certification, you know. So this promotion is going to end once that 5th student signs up with me. So if you guys are interested and would like to move forward, man, if you guys want to, you know, make some good money helping people and providing a real solution to people's hair loss, then go ahead and reach out to me. You guys can reach out to me via this email. Most of you guys will have me on Instagram. If you don't have me on Instagram yet, go ahead and follow me at master_SMP. If you guys want my phone number, I'm going to be attaching it to this email as well for you guys. You guys feel free to reach out, text me, call me, however you guys would like to reach out. And we'll be in contact, man. Y'all have a blessed one.